Hello everyone! Have you ever wanted an additional income at the end of the month so you can buy some luxuries, so you can invest in the next market crash, or just to be safer at the end of the month if your regular job doesn't pay as you expected? Then this video is for you. Don't worry, we'll go straight into the 5 side hustles that actually work so you can get straight on to working on them. The first way of making a side income that we are going to be talking about today is through dividend stock. So what is a dividend stock? When a company pays you part of their earnings for a period, that's called a dividend. Not all stocks pay you a dividend, but the ones who do can do it monthly, quarterly, yearly, whatever the company decides. This usually happens for older companies with strong business models that generate a lot of cash flows. If the company is doing well, it is expected to raise its dividend over time. You don't have to pick certain stocks. You can choose a dividend-paying ETF that gives you exposure to certain sectors, such as healthcare, energy, or REIT, which relates to real estate. This can be a great side hustle or passive income strategy because after you buy a stock, you don't need to do much. If you choose good companies, you'll just keep getting the income. Then, with this money you receive from the dividend stocks, you can do one of two things. You can follow the rich dad, poor dad, or the Robert Kiyosaki's strategy of using the cash flow you receive from your investments to pay for your expenses. Or you can reinvest the dividend income into dividend-paying stocks, helping you with the compound interest and creating a snowball effect. The second way of making a side income that actually works is renting a room in your house. This one can be tougher than the other ones because you either need to have a spare room or buy a house with the purpose of renting. Nonetheless, this is a great way of making an additional money at the end of the month. It can be hard to find a good tenant at first, but when you do, this is a side hustle that's pretty much carefree. However, for this to happen, you need to go through a tough interviewing process to analyze each candidate. Later on, you can get into house hacking, which is a strategy that involves renting out portions of your primary residence to generate income that is used to offset the cost of your mortgage and other expenses associated with owning a home. When done correctly, it allows people to live in expensive areas completely for free, even generating positive income through home ownership. The third way of making a side income is selling the stuff you don't use anymore. People have too much stuff nowadays, myself included. Most people buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people they don't like. Why not sell some of that stuff? I am not saying you need to go full minimalist and sell everything in your house. But take a look at how much stuff there is in your house that you don't use anymore. Why not declutter your living space and also receive some money for it? That's what I've been doing. You can go on eBay, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, whatever platform there is in your country, and list your items. Some things I have sold for pretty decent money were a video game console, some video games, painting material such as brushes and easels, some carpets, kids' toys, a bike from when I was a kid, a skateboard that I didn't use anymore, among others. I've realized that you can sell pretty much anything on these websites. If you get really into this, selling second-hand stuff, you can do something that's pretty lucrative. You can talk to exchange students that are going to be leaving the country really soon. They probably bought stuff for their stay, but they can't take it back on the plane, as that would cost too much money. So they can probably give their stuff away, or you can get it for a really cheap price. You can find pretty good deals on there and then go resell that stuff to other people who are too lazy to do the work. Another great way of making an additional income is through freelancing, or selling a service or skill on Fiverr and Upwork. If you are skilled in a particular field, you can do freelance work. Whether you are great at accounting, music making, or website developing, there is always a need for your skills. You can go to websites like Fiverr or Upwork and place the ad for your service. For example, I'm here on Fiverr's website, and if you want someone to make you a logo design, you just search it and you can see that there are lots of options out there. Every single one of these ads is done by a different seller, and you could be one of those if you are talented. You can find pretty much anything. For example, if you want someone to do email marketing for you, you can see that there are lots of options. And if you are good at it, people will want your services. Upwork is pretty much the same. For example, if you want someone in the development and IT area, there are lots of options out there. If you want a Java developer, SQL developer, whatever you want. Fiverr is known for one-off contracts, whereas Upwork is somewhat more professional and for the long term. Later on, customers looking for a particular set of skills will contact you to arrange the deal, and as time goes by and you get more positive reviews, you can increase your price. The fifth and final way of making a side income might sound pretty weird to you, but reducing your expenses can be a great way to make money. We all have expenses that are unnecessary, from that Netflix or newspaper subscription that we don't use anymore to drinking overpriced coffees at Starbucks every day. You can find pretty decent alternatives to all those overpriced items in your expense list, and I urge you to do so. You need to live below your means, whatever your income. This means that your expenses need to be lower than what you receive at the end of the month. According to one of my favorite books, The Millionaire Next Door, it has been shown that most people who achieved millionaire status have not done it by receiving a lot of money, but actually by saving a big chunk of their income and reinvesting into other assets. You can find a link down below if you want to check this book out. So these are the 5 best side income ideas that you can do and that actually work. Some of these are passive income, and there's one saying by Warren Buffett that I really like that says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And I truly believe this to be true, and I urge you to get a side income, to get passive income streams in your life, so if something bad happens at your main job, you have other streams of income to rely on. So this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, and we'll see you in the next one.